This is the story of Bill and OJ, a story of how two people from two different worlds, from two different coasts, and two different backgrounds ended up meeting each other and becoming friends. A story of how my younger brother, one of the coolest guys in the world, ended up meeting one of the most famous and most notorious man in the world. One of the few people that was close to OJ after he was found innocent of Ron and Nicole Brown Simpson's murder. So let's start with OJ. OJ was born in San Francisco. OJ was born Orenthal James Simpson. He was born July the 9th, 1947. Nicknamed the Juice, is an American former football running back, actor, and broadcaster who played for the Buffalo Bills and San Francisco 49ers of the National Football League. Once a popular figure with the U.S. public, he is now best known for being tried for the murders of his former wife, Nicole Brown Simpson, and her friend, Ron Goldman. Simpson was acquitted of the murders in criminal court, but was later found responsible for both deaths in a civil trial. O.J. grew up on the West Coast. Simpson attended the University of Southern California, USC, where he played football for the USC Trojans and won the Heisman Trophy in 1968. He played professionally as a running back in the National Football League 11 seasons, primarily with the Buffalo Bills from 1969 to 1977. He also played for the San Francisco 49ers from 1978 to 1979. In 1973, he became the first NFL player to rush for more than 2,000 yards in a season. He holds the record for the single-season yards per game average, which stands at 143.1. He was the only player to rush for over 2,000 yards in the 14-game regular season NFL format. Simpson was inducted into the College Football Hall of Fame in 1983 and the Pro Football Hall of Fame in 1985. After retiring from football, he began new careers in acting and football broadcasting. I remember OJ from the Naked Gun movies and the Hertz commercials, running through the airports, hurtling over the counter and all of that good stuff. But around 1994, OJ was arrested for killing his wife, Nicole Brown Simpson, and her friend, Ron Goldman. I remember watching that whole trial. I couldn't believe it. 1995. And I'm like, wow, this was like the biggest case in history. Everybody was glued to this trial. And at the end of the trial, OJ was found not guilty. I just want to talk briefly about OJ growing up as a youth. He did have some run-ins with the law growing up and was headed down the wrong path. And Willie Mays, the Sayhead Kid, knew the family, and he helped to straighten OJ up and helped to send him down the right path. One more thing I'd like to touch on is that OJ was married before to his childhood sweetheart, and they had 3 kids together. Miss Marguerite Whitley Simpson was OJ Simpson's first wife. But anyway, I'm going to stop there about OJ and now talk about Bill. Bill grew up on the East Coast in Brooklyn, New York. And like me, he started lifting weights in the 70s. And he competed in bodybuilding and weightlifting contests. In this picture, you can see him holding the second place trophy that he won in Texas for bodybuilding in 1978. Bill also played high school football. He played JV and varsity as a guard and tackle and some defense. Growing up in Brooklyn, there was trouble all around him. So to escape that life, Bill decided to join the U.S. Army. In the late 1970s, Bill joined the U.S. Army. While in the Army, he became a paratrooper. While in the Army, Bill kept busy. He still lifted weights and bodybuild. He played Army football. I remember watching some of his games at Fort Meade, Maryland. And he boxed. Bill played football for the U.S. Army for several years as a tackle, center, guard, and he played defense too, defensive lineman. Bill was a paratrooper, and he fought in all the wars that came out in the 80s and 90s. Bill loved to work out, and the one thing Bill loved more than working out was riding his motorcycles. And man, did he have a lot of motorcycles. We used to have so much fun riding together and working out. Here's a picture of Bill, an early picture of Bill sitting on my 1100, and my 750 is right beside that. Okay, so from being in the military, Bill traveled a lot and he moved around a lot and he lived in a lot of different places. And he did 20 years in the military from 1978 to 1998. And he met his wife in the military, and they both retired. He did 20 years. And after they retired, they settled down in Florida, Miami, Dade County, Miami, Florida. And this is where Bill met OJ, because OJ had moved to Florida at this time. And Bill and OJ lived only 15 minutes apart from each other. The reason I'm making this video is because besides OJ family, nobody knew OJ better than Bill. After OJ's trial, nobody. And every time I hear somebody talk about OJ, I'm like, Bill's story needs to be told. Okay, so it starts like this. Hey, Bill, talk about the first time you met OJ. Okay, crazy how all people met him. My Jamaican friend knew him. How did he know him? Help him bring mom's piano in his house. Yes, me laughing my ass off. With my brother and a friend and my uncle. Okay. Is he the guy in your picture sitting on the couch? Help him bring mom's piano in his house. Yes. Laughing my ass off. With my brother. With my brother and a friend and my uncle. Okay. And after you got the piano in the house, what happened next? That's OJ with my uncle at his house. Your uncle knew him first? No, through me. So after you got the piano in the house, what happened next? We became friends, personal. Wow. Told me I can come by anytime. So he would call you and say, come over, want to hang out? Or we call each other. So you had his number and could call him? Wow. LOL. Yes. I want to tell your story. know his kids, but not too much. But this is very interesting. Some, I never overstep, respect him. I just seen Dave Chappelle talking about the first time he met OJ, but he didn't know him like you did. Okay. He met him at a restaurant. Have you seen that? He private. So did you ever play golf with him? No, but he did. Did you ever meet Al Collins? Yes. You did? Him, my brother, and a friend. Him, my brother, and friend. Cool guy. That's AC and your brother? Knees fucked up from football. I believe you. Bad. Is that AC Collins, OJ, and your brother? I had to stay away for a while from his house. A neighbor came in talking about Nicole. He said, Bill, put him out this house. I did. He rode in my 300. He loves McDonald's. You got some good pics. Drive-through, trip out, TV. Okay, what Bill was trying to say here was that when he used to go to McDonald's and OJ would be in the car with him, people used to trip out. You got a pic of him and his girlfriend? OJ Simpson, free food. Not of white girlfriend. I know her. Crazy. Love OJ. He love white women. Pretty. Love golf. I go by see him. He say, Bill, take me get his girlfriend. White girl. Both in front seat my 300. Tight. Crazy. What was her name? Forgot. She looked like Nicole. She always on TV. But had red hair? Yes, just like her. Young. When was the last time you saw OJ? Before stroke. 2011. Summer. Before he went to jail. After move to Las Vegas. Did he tell you he was going to try and get his stuff back? No. Lost it in trial taxes. Everything. Did he ever talk about Nicole? Goldman's got him. He never did. I respect him by letting me know him. Never ask him. Cato neither. LOL. Public dog him enough. Did the kids ever talk to you? Why he liked me. Told him about you. You did. I met them. Work on their computer. Yes, he know of you. I know you called me one time when he was with you. Yes, I did. Good to me. Did you meet any other Buffalo Bill players? No. He gave my sons personal cards with numbers, football, signature. Nice. What did you tell him about me? Berea never met him. Scared. Called him killer. Wow. We don't know truth. What you tell him about me? I was crazy? I think oldest son did it. He crazy. I met him. I know you told me. A lot of other people believe that too. Yes. Notice he always protect him. You told Juice I was okay? He crazy for real. LOL. Yes, he know of you. LOL. Okay. Bill talking. LOL. Big, fast, tough, Armstrong. Yeah, back then I was. Curl record. A lot of people don't have a clue. He knows. They don't. You knew. Yes, I did. Juice is cool. So are you, Bill. Yes. Big James is also. The Rock, no. Dwayne Johnson. I tell people about you and OJ, shut them up. LOL. He did not like me because I was big, strong, did not know me. Oh yeah, The Rock, LOL. OJ gave me respect. Big James crazy, strong. Laughing my ass off. He is perfect for this fake world. I go to his house. He fit right in. He is now Hollywood. I'm nobody. Yeah, he perfect for the fake world. Him and Tom Brady, LOL. Exactly. Just for the record, Bill met The Rock when he was stationed in Hawaii. And Bill was in good shape back then. And he was saying how The Rock and him, The Rock didn't like him because Bill was bigger than he was and Bill would bust him out in the weight room. Hey Bill, watch this video. Dave Chappelle thinks OJ Simpson might be chasing him. No, I will. He didn't know shit about OJ like you do. He cool like us. Love McDonald's. Yeah, but he doesn't know OJ like you do. Lot don't. He cool. He talking about 4 times he met OJ. I watch games at his house. Wow. Yes. So he still like watching football. He know world talk about him. Love football. Did he ever talk about the Kardashians? I met OJ's sister and brother-in-law. Did he ever talk about Kardashians? No, never. Did he ever talk about the case? Played golf with husband. Nothing on case. His guard was up from all people. Did he drink? Yes. Alcohol? Liquor, beer. What do you like? Okay. Cool. Love sports. The juice. Knees bad. What did you call him? OJ. From football. Or Juice. Both. Juice. LOL. OJ. I admire him. He called you Big Bill? Lot years. He called you Big Bill? Lot years. Hurts. Remember? What'd he call you? Big Bill. Billy D? Yep. He called you Billy D too? Just Big Bill. Okay. Or Bill. Did your boys ever meet him? He knows me. Yes, once. Nice. Maria was scared. That's Bill's wife. They probably didn't know how famous he was. They did not know him. Right. His football career. Pro, college, Hall of Fame, USC, Bills. I know you was in awe being friends with a celebrity. Shit, OJ was the most infamous person on earth at one time. Yes. Plus all the movies he did. Met Tommy from Martin. Met Tommy on Martin's show, Live By Me. Yeah? Before he died. He hung out with OJ? Nasty attitude. Really? No, they did not know each other. Okay. How was OJ's sister? Yes, met in the office store. Nasty. Like I wasn't shit. That's funny because I like Tommy or Martin. Yeah. He dead now. He died a while ago. Big James, you loved him. Yes, I did. I talked to him on the phone. Yeah, Big James Henderson. He don't bullshit on lifting weights. But how was OJ's sister? OJ's sister died and her husband. Wow. I took them out. Was she okay when you met her? Yes, cool. Think 2007, 2006. Man, time goes by fast. Real fast. Christmas here. 2022 fast. Yes. 2023, 2024, new president. Did OJ ever talk about his trial at all? Johnny Cochran? Never on personal stuff. No. Did OJ ever have any women over? I wanted to ask him, respect him, privacy. I understand. Yep, I was interested. Did he ever have any women over? Just girlfriend, always. Wow. So you know he wasn't a cheater. One main. She talked to you too? Very little. She wondered who was I. Nobody. What did OJ think of all your motorcycles? He know I ride. He didn't ride. His oldest son rode. Broke down on road, left bike, crazy. You said OJ wouldn't let him come in the house. Just left it. His oldest stayed in garage house alone. Garage? Converted to room. You got to pick up OJ house? Not really. Big. I went there a lot. No pics of it. Beautiful. You hung out with him for how many years? 4 or 5. Wow. What was his address? I'll look it up. I like Big James. Don't remember. Is that OJ house? No. House round. Darker color. Round, big driveway, basketball court, pool. That's OJ's house when he lived in Miami. Yep, that's OJ's house. Okay. After he got locked up, you haven't heard from him since? Right. Well, he's out now. His friend does. You should call him. He told me he okay in Vegas. No. LOL, why not? We over. I bet my friend told him I'm sick. He might say, I'm going to fly you and Brian out to Vegas to see me. Too busy for me. I'm nobody. Well, you his friend. Way life is. You hung out with him when he really didn't have a... Yes. Not deep friends. I bet he still remembers you. We was so. He been through a lot, and so have you with the strokes. He will remember me, life. I can hear OJ now. Hey, Big Bill, Billy D. What's going on, man? Cool, man. That's him. I don't fault him for trying to get his stuff back. Me either. It was just the way he went about it. Goldman hate him. I know. Yep. A lot of people do. Yes, nobody knows truth. But he was acquitted. But him. Exactly. But that is one hell of a mystery. Taxes too. Yes, it is. Two people dead. I mean, they was carved up. Yes. Have you seen the murder scene? I think some others did it. It's gruesome. Just TV. I know. Walk away. Whoever did that shit was evil. Yes. It's beyond bad. I still don't know how. I think she had a relationship with Ron. With Ron. I seen it before. That shit is terrible. Seen both before. Kato knows. I mean, at the time, OJ was in good shape. Yep. That shit happened like 1995. Okay, I was in Hawaii. Actually, it happened in 1994. Okay. OJ was in his mid-40s. I was living in Hawaii. OJ was 47. Okay. Kind of old. She was younger. But if he was that mad, he could have done it. By few done it. Think his sons and friends. He liked her. One hell of a mystery. Son by first wife. Yes, bad. That's like the 4 college students that got murdered and they don't know who did it. Wow. Okay, guys, so that's the end of this interview. I want to thank my main man, Billy D, for this interview. One of the few people that hung out with OJ Simpson after the murder trials of Ron and Nicole Simpson. He hung out with OJ for 5 years, and he does not think OJ did that. He thinks his son did it. He thinks OJ's son did it. So anyway, what do you guys think? I'm Big Brian, signing off. Peace out. One more thing I'd like to mention, guys. Bill has like 5 or 6 strokes. So that's why some of his dialogue is choppy. Okay, because he's had several strokes. So, but he still has a good memory. Okay, but his dialogue is a little choppy. He can't really talk, but he can still text. All right, guys, have a good day. Peace.